Alright, so realistically speaking, you're probably here because you already watched other tutorials like Musty or Linkaroos, and you still can't hit this one shot on the Musty pack. If you don't know what that is, then you should probably watch Musty's video first, because his is probably going to go into a better detail of how to learn the speed flip. But, firstly, I just like to say, it's 2020, and you still can't do the speed flip. Nah, but seriously, it's fine. The speed flip is probably the only mechanic that I can think of that you're actually forced to learn simply because your opponents can do it. And you can even lose games solely because you can't do this. So basically in this tutorial, I'm just gonna cover how to do the speed flip and why your speed flip doesn't actually have to be perfect. I'm gonna start with why it doesn't have to be perfect. So the thing I haven't seen in any of the tutorials on how to do the speed flip is that they don't mention that you don't actually have to do a pixel perfect speed flip. So for example, if you're judging your success in a speed flip based on whether you can hit this shot on the pack, then stop doing that. Because as you can see, I am speed flipping and it looks like a speed flip, yet I still can't hit the ball. I've only hit this like 3 times ever. It's really not a good way to judge your success on the speed flip. As Bill Nye once said, speed flipping is a spectrum. I wanted to edit like footage of Bill Nye actually saying that, but I'm like 97% sure that it would be like copyrighted or whatever. Basically what I'm saying here is that you don't actually need to hit the ball on this pack for you to be able to do a speed flip. That does not mean that you can't speed flip correctly. I am speed flipping very correctly here. It is just not pixel perfect, which is completely fine. You can still speed flip without it being pixel perfect, and it will be faster than a standard diagonal flip. Unless you were on like KBM or 1.0 dead zone or something, then I mean, you're not gonna get it pixel perfect every time. You're just not. All right, now the moment you're probably waiting for. Now that I've relieved your confidence in being able to speed flip and that you are no longer depressed in being unable to hit that one shot on the pack, you can now learn, once again, how to speed flip. Now you might be thinking, well, Musty can hit that one shot. Why would I watch this tutorial to learn how to do it from the guy who can't hit the shot? I mean, that's honestly kind of a good question. Musty is definitely better at speed flipping than me, but that does not mean that I can't speed flip. I'm actually making this tutorial because a commenter on one of my videos was confused on how I did a speed flip on a straight kickoff. He had the misconception that speed flips only work on diagonal kickoffs because you're flipping diagonally, which is not true. And I will teach you how to speed flip on a straight kickoff later in the tutorial. How to actually do the speed flip, which is probably what you were waiting for me to say this entire video. If you just look at my controller overlay, this is a normal diagonal flick. I assume if you're here, you can do a diagonal flip just like that, you know? I think it's pretty simple, just flip diagonally, I don't know. There's not really much else to say here. But you might notice that it doesn't flip the exact same amount of diagonal each time. This also goes hand in hand with my point earlier about how speed flips don't need to be perfect, because you can't possibly get an exactly diagonal flip and then an exact diagonal cancel every time unless, as I said, you are KBM or have a 1.0 dead zone for some reason. So now that you can diagonal flip, I guess, if I just taught you how to do that, then this is probably not the right tutorial for you. Alright, so basically after you diagonal flip, you're going to want to cancel the diagonal flip. And you've probably seen this in all the videos and you've been staring at their controller overlay and it just doesn't happen for you for some reason. Well, I assure you it probably is happening for you. You just don't think it's a speed flip because you weren't hitting that ball on the pack. But just in case you actually are genuinely here and don't know how to speed flip and have never successfully done it or even close to successfully done it, then I will show you right now. So you're going to want to flip diagonally and then cancel it. It's kind of hard to explain this, so if you look at my controller overlay while I do it, it would definitely be easier, but basically I am flipping diagonally and then canceling it. I'm speed flipping to the right, which means I am diagonally flipping right and canceling it left. From right up to left down, just like that. Now, a lot of the times I will move my stick straight down after canceling it just to get the better landing. Honestly, it's become muscle memory at this point, so I can't really explain it. Every movement I do in the speed flip is definitely all muscle memory. I can't really explain everything. I can only explain kind of the basics on how to speed flip. But you will have to eventually practice this and get all the other movements in the speed flip down, like the exact canceling and moving your stick after canceling it. Like if I just canceled it normally, it would look like that. So once again, you're going to want to speed flip to the right, cancel it down. If you do the same thing on the left, then you're probably gonna have to just do the opposite, you know, speed flip, like left top, right down, but I'm not very good at left speed flips. That's why I only do them from the right. But it is definitely possible to get good at both speed flips. You honestly will just have to practice it. All right, so now assuming that you have gotten the speed flip down, you know how to flip and cancel it, and maybe some other movements to get a better landing, like moving it down. I actually like to uncancel my speed flip after canceling it, which makes it like finish faster. Because it's like a delayed musty flick. When you delay it and then you I don't know, that wasn't a good one, but it gives it more power. It's the same thing with the speed flip for me. I feel like if you uncancel it mid speed flip, then it will go faster, I think. Don't quote me on that. I don't know, that's just what I see, but in the beginning, just try to get the speed flip down. Don't actually don't do any of the other fancy stuff that I'm doing, like uncanceling it or like pulling the stick down. Just try to get the normal mechanic down, and then you can go on to that. All right, so I assume that you've now gotten the speed flip down. It honestly does take quite a while to get it down, but it is very important. And assuming you don't have it down, you might want to have to keep practicing that. But this part of the tutorial, I'll just explain how to do it on each kickoff. So what I do for the right kickoff is just a normal speed flip into the ball. You go to the center. I forgot to mention in the actual video, but in the left kickoff, on the diagonal left kickoff, I don't do a speed flip. I just normally diagonally flip to the left and kind of try to cancel it as best as I can, or I do just a little normal flip to the right and try to get into the middle of the ball. But yeah, that wasn't really important to the video because I don't actually do a speed flip from the left side, but you can if you know how to do it. So now on the straight kickoff, which is what the commenter was confused about, and I am sorry for taking so long to get to this in the video, but I just had to explain other stuff first. So basically, if you normally speed flip for the ball, it's gonna be kind of awkward. That would not have been a good kickoff in a normal game. So you might have seen this in other tutorial videos, but on the straight kickoffs, it definitely is possible to speed flip. If you watch Linkaroo, you will know that it is definitely possible to speed flip on not just the diagonal kickoffs. If you turn a little to the left before the speed flip, then you will be able to do this. It's simple as that. It's honestly not that hard to get down either. Just turn to the left a tiny bit before speed flipping, and that'll be all you need to do, really. So yeah, just keep practicing this, get it down. Your speed flip doesn't have to be perfect at all. I can't believe I missed that, to be honest. It doesn't matter if you have a pixel perfect speed flip kickoff or not, as I've said like 32 trillion times in this video. Alright, just in case you've gotten this far in the video and you still don't believe me that your speed flip does not have to be pixel perfect, I have a replay against Scissors of FaZe, who you might know. If you don't, then well. But anyway, here's a straight kickoff that I won against Scissors by turning to the left and then speed flipping, as you will see. So I ended up winning this kickoff and then scoring right after because of it, and I am going to show this goal because I am indeed flexing it. And that was actually probably the worst goal I've ever scored. I don't know why I would even flex that. I didn't actually realize the goal was that bad. Oh my gosh. But anyway, as you can see, I turned a little to the left. I can go in slow motion right here. You actually use that feature. So I turn a little to the left, as you can see right there. The replay is a little laggy, but you do see me turn a little to the left and then speed flip right there. I do kind of hit the ground a little bit. So if I were on the musty pack, I would not have hit the ball because it wasn't pixel perfect because I hit the ground. But anyway, I get to the kickoff and let me go into fly mode real quick. Look how much closer I am to the ball than Scissors. I end up completely beating him to the ball because of a speed flip. So yeah, there you have it. The speed flip doesn't actually have to be perfect. Hopefully this tutorial helped you learn something about the speed flip. If you haven't watched the Musty and Linkaroo videos, I would recommend watching those if you still have trouble with this, but just remember, your speed flip does not have to be perfect. Anyways, that's probably all I need to say for this video. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I will hopefully see you in the next video. Peace.